All right, folks, buckle up. Because today we're going on a safari through the wild, majestic, highly endangered species known as the NIFB men who pick fights. Or as I like to call them, the keyboard Spartans. You ever seen a guy who's more bark than bite? These are the guys who bark, puff out their chest, then pull a hamstring on the way to the fight they promised, but never intended to show up for. Now, for those of you lucky enough to not know, NIFB stands for New Independent Fundamental Baptist, which is just a fancy way of saying old school angry man with a Bible and the emotional maturity of a baked potato. These are the guys who think turn the other cheek is a UFC move, but let's focus on the men who pick fights. Let's set the stage. Sing one. Sam Kunda, Iranian in Canada NIFB fanboy, basically Captain Irony. This man slid into Isaac Anderson's DMs like, I'll give you $20,000 if you can beat me. $20,000. Sir, you work at a Wendy's in Moose Jaw. Where is this money coming from? Your mom's purse? Monopoly night? And then he follows up with, I'll fly down just to knock you out. Okay, cool. Let me know when your Uber XL lands. Rocky Balboa will have paramedics waiting at the gate with juice boxes and tissues. And Isaac doesn't even blink, just says, we both know you're not actually gonna do that though. Boom, mic drop, my man shut him down like a toddler's tantrum with one look from mom. I've seen mall cops with more threat credibility. But wait, it gets better. Sam, bless his delusional little heart, actually tries to back up his claim. I run for 45 minutes a day. Buddy, that's not cardio, that's panic. You're out here talking like Jason Bourne, but I'm getting strong. I cried during CrossFit energy, then it just escalates into crazy town. I might send people to take care of the job. Oh, he's got goons, right? Because every guy who backtracks on a 1v1 fight definitely has access to an elite hit squad from Planet Delusion. I'm gonna send people. No, you're gonna send emojis, Karen, and the absolute cherry on this clown Sunday, he drops the N-word. This man, who is an immigrant himself, pulls out a racial slur like it's some kind of power move. Buddy, you are one green card mix-up away from being deported by karma itself. You don't get to cosplay as a grand wizard when you're still figuring out how not to offend an entire continent. At this point, even raccoons are shaking their heads like, dude, not cool. Then he goes, I kill you in cold blood. Yeah, because it's how you get into heaven, right? Jesus definitely said that. Blessed are those who threaten murder in the DNs, for they shall inherit a restraining order. And this ain't just Sam Kunda. Oh no. Cue the next gladiator in this biblical cage match of idiocy. Chris Segura. The man so far up Pastor Steven Anderson's behind he legally qualifies as a colon polyp. This guy didn't just name his son after Steven Anderson. He named 2 of his kids after the pastor and his wife. That's not fanboying, that's clinical. That's naming your dog Skywalker and then legally changing your name to Millennium Falcon because you once saw a cloud shaped like Chewbacca. So Chris is out here telling church members, I'm gonna challenge Isaac Anderson to a fight. Yeah, to the death, in the name of the Lord or whatever. But when someone Isaac B, we'll call him the cameraman, records it and posts it, suddenly it's, wow! I never said that. That video, deep fake. And what happens? Isaac B gets kicked out of the church because Chris didn't follow through, so clearly the problem is the guy who told the truth. That's like punching yourself in the face and suing the mirror. This is a pattern, people. These guys all come in swinging like they're in a Fast and Furious movie and end up crying like someone told them Santa's a liberal. I'll beat you up. Show up. I can't, my mom said I have to finish my Bible study and feed the cats. These are the same dudes who threaten you with violence and then call the cops when you actually say okay. And let's talk about Isaac Anderson for a second. This guy lives for fighting. He's not going around punching old ladies or slapping Starbucks employees. No, he fights meth heads attacking women. He's like the Punisher with a Bible and a high-protein diet. You call him out? He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't even stretch. He just shows up like, all right, let's do this. You brought a mouth. I brought fists. Let's compare notes. So every time one of these NIFB goons makes a threat, it's like watching a toddler yell at a grizzly bear through a zoo window. Sam Kunda is out here like, this is my gym buddy. Cool Isaac's gym buddy is gravity, and he's beating it daily.
La 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 la